welcome again. Now that you have learned about valid pullback, I think this is going to be a comprehensive video, and we're going to talk about my conclusions and the things that I've learned about this market. One thing that I've learned about this market, number one, is this market is highly manipulated. I came to this market when we were trading support and resistance, and now after learning about support and resistance, I realized that I was losing money. The reason why I was losing money is, let me start by what I used to do. Let's say this is, sorry, I thought I took the drawing tool. This was my resistance, right? So I wanted the market to come here and confirm this zone, and we continue. That is a strategy that I learned, and it's currently still being used, this strategy. And then after that, we started seeing like this zone could not hold, and the market would come here now. This was now being called SMC, where this zone is the zone that we used to observe. It should not be manipulated, and we continued. So that was the strategy, the next strategy, SMC, that I learned. And then now I started putting my stop loss in this zone, right? The next thing that happened is, now currently what has made me profitable is knowing that this zone will not hold. Why? Because it will be wicked into, and then we continue. So this now has become what I've been trading, and surprisingly I'm making money with this. And I'm like, so this market is highly manipulated. I don't know if they are like, this is what the retail traders are doing, let's manipulate that. Or now they have, a few people are now doing order block, let that hold for some time, and then after some time it is not holding anymore. Now we wait for liquidity to be taken here. After the liquidity is taken, now this is what I've been trading this year, and it has been holding surprisingly. So what I'm going to teach now, what has been working for me, and I want you to investigate in whatever time frame and see. So this is what I've been doing. See the market, let's say the market is going up, forming higher high and higher low. So you see this last low that was formed, this the SMC traders are now calling it inducement, IDM. And what we know is that this zone will likely be taken as liquidity. So the market will pull back to this zone, wipe this zone, and then this zone is the one that is going to hold, and we take the market to the next level. So this one, we call it an inducement. The market will take this one. It might come to the next OB, but most of the time it will sweep this one and continue on, come to the next OB and continue. So that is what I've been seeing with this market. But for me, since I'm not going to concentrate so much on the next order block, for me, I just want this zone to be violated, and I'm going to call it a liquidity sweep, and then I continue buying or continue selling. So for me, I'm not concentrating so much on this order block. I'm like, if this market sweeps this zone, and then I have the market now forming higher highs and higher low, now that is, I'm going to take it, because now this confirms to me that we are going up again. So this one now has become liquidity. Where are the areas that we can find liquidity? That is one of the area. If the market is going up, so the first pullback, the first extreme zone, the first pullback, if you are going up, the first one is liquidity. We call it inducement. It's going to be broken into, and then the market will continue. It might come to this order block, but for me, I've said I just want this liquidity to be taken, and then I want to see a bullish momentum. I don't care about these other ones. It's complicating things for nothing. So this is one of the liquidity that I want to be manipulated, and then we continue. So that is one of the liquidity. The other liquidity that I want to see is previous day. I'm looking for it to see it manipulated. Previous week, previous year, previous month, previous day, previous week, previous month, previous year. Something else I'm looking, I don't look at the quarterly levels as much, but we're going to talk about quarterly level if I don't want to complicate things for anybody. So this, let's work with liquidity. So I don't think I'm going to talk about quarters, but they really matters. The quarter levels, they really matters, and the Asian range, high and low. So these are motivators for me. These are the zones that I'm looking for liquidity to be swept, and now my inducement. This zone is also something I'm considering liquidity to be swept in that zone for continuation. So let's go to the first thing, previous day. Previous day, I think. Let's see if you're going to find a good example. So we have this zone. This was the previous day high. It was the previous day high, and this is the previous day low. So what happened? We have high, high, low, higher, high, higher, low, and then we have a break now. We came down. We swept liquidity above the previous day, and then we came down. So this higher, when we break higher, for me, I'm not looking for buys. I'm looking for it to fail, and we continue down. We break that structure. But I won't be the one to lie to you that I took this one. I did not take it because this candle was too big for me, and I'm not a fan of trading anything else. If it could have broken and then come back here, it would be something that I was interested in, but I did not get interested in anything of the sort. And then something else that I saw happen was here at this point. This was our pullback. You see here, this was low, this formed the low, and we break above it. So this was our zone. So this being our zone, this being my zone to reset, to sell again, I would have waited for it to be manipulated. This zone, I want the market to break above it, and guess what? The market did not go above it. So for me, I will not lie to you that I took this whole move. It is so interesting to see it happen, but I was not involved, unfortunately. So that is what happened. So that was previous day. We approach previous week, previous year, the same way. We want the market to go above it and then fail and then come down. If you get a good entry with a small stop loss, the thing is, I'm not here to lose money. For me, I'm very, very, very stingy with my money, and I'm not willing to give it to these markets, because why should I give out my money? I'd rather invest that money somewhere else. So for me, if it is not making sense, you can see that move happen. You know it's bearish, but it's not a must you take every move. Just take moves that make sense to you, because losing money is not fun. Because people will be like, oh, you're losing money because you'll make this money in future. No, that money could have bought something. So it is very good for us to make decisions that make sense, because now this one did not make sense for me, and I was not willing to risk my money in that. But I knew it was bearish, but it did not give me a good entry, which we are okay with it. So that is the same way you approach previous week, that is the same way you approach previous year, the same way you want the market to break above and then fail, and then you look for an entry there to take it down to the other end. So that is Asian range, still the same way. So a lot of people are like, how do you draw your Asian range? This is the New York time zone. So for me, I'm from 200 before the beginning of the day to there. To there, from 18 to 00, that is my Asian range. So the market did not also respect this. I did not get the market breaking above the Asian, so I was not also interested, because I want it to break above and then I want it to fail. You see? So we did not get anything, which is what the market does. The market will do whatever it wants to do. So for me, I knew if I get a break above this zone, a week above this zone, I wanted liquidity to be swept above this zone, which it was not swept, so I don't care. And I left it like that, because I'm not going to be forcing trades, and I would not advise you to force trades. If you get into this market and you see your setup is not playing out, just get out. Find something else to do. You would rather watch a movie than lose money. Or if you are willing to put, just put that money somewhere else. But don't be rushing or rushing this market. No. So that is how I use it. Asian range, previous month, previous week, previous day, and then these pullbacks. I want the market to manipulate above those pullbacks. So that is it for me, and I hope you have really gotten the concept that I'm preaching.